Hello, all you adorable fluff butts out there. Kitthesoulless here, and today I want to talk about empathy. But first, I want to talk about a couple other things that have happened recently with this channel. The first being that there's an individual who, for the past week or so, has been coming into my live streams, and I'll be honest, it actually initially annoyed me that his introduction to the chat was, "Hey, check it out, I've got this many subs," or, "Hey, look, I got this many new subs today." But I guess I've started to see that for what it is, and it's just a dude being excited about getting some subs. And I can understand that, I guess. But the other thing is, he's got me thinking a little differently recently. Or I guess, got me thinking the way I used to. See, one of the things he suggested we do recently was help each other out by mentioning each other's channel in a post. So essentially a mutual shout out. And I mean, I didn't see any harm in doing that. And by the way, for those of you who are over here from K-Bar's channel, welcome. But it got me thinking about something else that I used to do a long time ago, and that's I used to shout out other people's channels. I used to try to help people, grow their channel. I still kind of do to some extent, but I want to do more. I want to do what I used to do. And that's, I want to showcase other creators. I want to help them grow their channels. And to that end, well, I guess that brings us to the second thing I want to talk about. Because recently a friend of mine by the name of Kuma Raccoon decided to start making a new series on YouTube that's all about something he really enjoys or something he's really passionate about, and that's wrestling. And I won't lie, I'm not exactly a fan of wrestling, never have been, but I mean, this is something that he really seems to enjoy, and he's put a lot of effort into it. He's gotten the help of a friend to help him out with narration, and he's made a real thing of this. And I think that's great. So, there's gonna be a link down below. Sorry for the face mess up. There's gonna be a link down below for his channel, so you guys can go check him out. But that's just gonna kind of be the start of it, because I want to start finding new creators, or finding creators around the YouTube space who are looking to try to help grow their channel or want to help out in helping others like them grow. So, I don't know. Hit me up. Send me a mention if you're a small-time creator or a small creator, or just somebody who wants to help out. Let's get the old hashtag #NoSmallCreators back up and running and see about helping out some of the, little guys out there. Anyways, on to this week's topic, and again, that's empathy. And a lot of people don't quite realize what that word means. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that sympathy doesn't exist anymore. It's just people seem to forget what it is, or equate sympathy to empathy, and they're not the same thing. In fact, one of the reasons I've been sharing so much about myself in these videos is in hopes that some people might actually empathize rather than sympathizing, I guess. Oh, and for those who might not know, sympathy and empathy are two different things. Sympathy is essentially seeing a problem from your own perspective. A good example would be if you see somebody stub their toe. Now, everyone stubbed their toe. It sucks. So you know from experience that that person probably isn't feeling too terribly great, having just whacked their toe on something. But empathy's a little different. Where you could see things from your own perspective when you sympathize with somebody. To truly empathize with somebody, you have to see things from their perspective. Learn to put yourself in their shoes and try to understand what brought them to the situation they're in, or what brought them to believe what they believe in. See, a lot of people try to see everything through their own personal lens. And honestly, I think that's kind of one of the things that's wrong with the world today. And why I say that is because it dawned on me recently. But a lot of the problems we have, at very least in the furry community, is because we don't try to see things from other people's perspectives anymore. And a good example would be with things like politics. And see, I know a lot of people will hear something like, "Oh, you voted for Trump. You must be a horrible person. You must be a bigot or a misogynist or a Nazi or a white supremacist or something." But they don't stop to ask why. They don't stop to think, well, what could have happened in this person's life? What could have brought this person to want to vote for somebody like that? What is it about that person? What is it about what they're saying that speaks to this person? I mean, a lot of people will boil it down to, oh, they're just a terrible person, or oh, you're a monster, so it doesn't matter what you think. But honestly, that's wrong. We can't learn about each other, and we can't coexist without being able to be honest and without being able to, feel for each other. If I hear somebody say, "Oh, well, I hate this," my first thought isn't, "Well, I hate that too." It's why. Especially if somebody hates something that I like. Pumpkin pie with cheese, for example. It's a really, really weird fucking combination, but I mean, in the right balance, it's actually pretty good. But I know a lot of people would go, "Well, what the hell? That's weird! You're weird!" And honestly, for our society to work, I think the response should probably be, well, why do you like it? What is it about it that makes you want to eat something like that? Because, I get it, it sounds like it would be disgusting. And some people, I'm pretty sure it is. But I like it. And again, I know I'm weird. But, oh well. There's a lot of things that just being empathetic could change in this world. I mean, how much better of a place would our world be if, instead of telling somebody that you hate, to go kill themselves, people actually made a habit of going, "I disagree, and here's why." Instead of bullying people, we could start discussing our differences, trying to figure out what everybody's issues are. But it's more than just asking questions, too. And another thing I've noticed lately is that when there is somebody who's willing to be empathetic and try to look into a situation or look further into a situation than others are willing to, it seems like a lot of people out there are willing to jump on somebody who's willing to try. Which makes no sense to me. And yes, I know this is when somebody is probably going to point out, "But Kit, you believe in the concept of Occam's razor." Well, wouldn't it be just oh so simple to go, well, if this person disagrees with me, they're a Nazi! But, no. I mean, A for effort. But, assuming somebody's evil just because they're different, that's not the simplest explanation. It might be the quickest for you to come to, but that also means you have to make an assumption about that person. I don't know. I honestly just think the world would be a better place if people learned to just walk a mile in each other's shoes. If you want to better understand somebody or better understand where somebody's coming from, ask them. Be willing to put yourself in their shoes and try to understand where they come from. Don't just assume the worst. And you know what? Part of this is going to be learning to practice what I'm preaching. So, I don't know. If you're the type of person that doesn't believe this is a good thing to do, if you don't think we should put each other in other people's shoes, or try to understand somebody rather than just immediately demonize, come talk to me. Tell me why. Let me try to understand your perspective. I can't say that we'll ever agree, but I kind of want to try to understand. At very least, I want to try to understand. Anyways, I guess that's probably going to be it for this one. Sorry if it was short, everybody, but I don't know. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who have been actively commenting, thank you. I really like being able to hear what you guys think on these particular topics, so if there's anything you want to hear me talk about, or anything that you want to add, or thoughts you have on anything I've said, please leave a comment down below. I weirdly enough always look forward to hearing from you guys. Anyways, until next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Blem.